Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us for this webinar on coaching in the age of AI. My name is Eric, and I am a team member of Delenta, and I'm here with my colleague, Monica Humpal, who is also a team member of Delenta, as well as a master certified coach. Awesome to see you, Monica.
Great to see you too, Eric.
Excellent. So we're excited to be here today talking about coaching in the age of AI and really reclaiming your value and standing out in a noisy world. And Monica has some really good insights in how to do this based on her experience as a coach. So for those of you who may not be familiar or are just learning about Delenta for the first time, we are a coach management platform really designed for coaches and coaching companies to streamline and scale their businesses, their coaching businesses. And Delenta is actually two Dutch words that are put together, and it means thank you for sharing. And it was started back in around 2018 by our founder, Sam, who really wanted to make information and coaching more accessible to people and really started off as a social experiment. And then the pandemic hit, and everybody started working from home, and coaches were looking for a solution that could really help them to manage their business and all the aspects, the admin aspects that come along with coaching. And that's really how Delenta has evolved. And one of the things that I like the most about the platform and Delenta as a company is that Sam has taken the feedback that he's received from his coaches along throughout the years, and that's how the platform has really evolved to what it is today. And we're a huge community now. Are in over 32 countries. There's been over 50,000 coaching sessions worldwide that have happened on the platform since its inception. And one of the things that we're most proud of is that we have a 96% customer satisfaction rating. So this is really this came out from an ICF report, and this is really pretty interesting. Pre-pandemic, 48% of coaching sessions happened virtually, which is really not a lot when you think about it. Post-pandemic, in 2021, 87% of coaching sessions were handled virtually. And really that has brought on some interesting challenges and unique challenges in the coaching industry because going online brought on new issues, having to use multiple tools for scheduling, invoicing, taking notes, session tracking, all that stuff. And that's really how our platform has evolved into what it is today. We are an all in one solution that brings all of that messy admin work that goes along with coaching under one roof to make it much easier for you as coaches to manage your businesses. And so now we are a white label. We like to call ourselves a coach operating system. That's what we are evolving into. And again, we're designed to help you as coaches streamline and scale your businesses. So, what is the future of coaching going to look like in the next 5 years, or next 10 years, especially with the advent of AI and how prolific it's become in our society? Is it going to look the same as it is today? Are we maybe going to be talking to a three-armed robot down in the future? Or, maybe we're going to all be in a virtual reality world and, with masks on. We at Delenta, we don't believe that that's where coaching is going. We believe that coaching is going to remain human, and that's our goal, is to help facilitate that. This is an interesting study or report that came out from the World Economic Forum that talks about the jobs that are going to be replaced by AI. And you can see coaching, teaching, and mentoring really falls low on the list. So that's really encouraging for us in the coaching industry. Another interesting study that came out was from Oxford Brookes University, which talks about why AI can't replace the human touch in coaching. And that's really what we're going to be talking about today. So, with that said, I'm going to turn it over to Master Certified Coach Monica and let her take it from here.
Thanks so much, Eric. It's really great to be with you. Thanks for watching. I'll tell you a little bit about me before we get started. I am a master certified coach. I've been coaching since 2020. I was a very early user of Delenta. I signed up. I did their free trial at the end of 2020, and I've been a a really happy and satisfied customer of Delenta since January of 2021. As a coach, I want to tell you who I coach and what my niche is, because I'm going to share some personal stories with you that regardless of who you coach or what your niche happens to be, I think that you'll be able to find yourself in some of these stories. And my hope is that you can connect with what I'm sharing today, and perhaps that will help you have some hope for the coaching future. I coach betrayed women who have chosen to stay in a relationship with their unfaithful partner. I myself was that betrayed wife back in 2011. And my husband and I came out on the other side of that after a really hard 6 years. But I know how incredibly lonely that journey is when you choose to reconcile after infidelity. I didn't want other women to have to experience the same. So that's why I answered my call to becoming a coach. My experience in coaching and talking to other coaches is pretty much every coach has a story and an experience that leads them to become a coach. That's my story, that's my experience. I'm sure you have your own. I'll share some personal reflections and stories from my own coaching years, and hopefully that will help along the way. But let's get started. The coaching landscape, as Eric pointed out, when we think about the future of coaching, when I started back in 2020, it looked different than it does today. I think we can say that from most any industry, quite frankly. It evolves, it changes. But the unique thing about the last few years has been the changes that have taken place because of artificial intelligence. And AI is rapidly evolving. And I can only imagine what it's going to look like a year, 2, 3 from now. But these huge changes that we're seeing with artificial intelligence are definitely touching coaching right now. It is affecting client expectations. It's affecting people's willingness to pay money for coaching as opposed to getting free help from artificial intelligence, chatting with chat gpt as opposed to talking to us. My daughter is a licensed therapist, and she has even seen a decline in potential clients because of AI. I have a Facebook group for betrayed women, and there are roughly 13,000 women in my group.
Wow.
Just this year alone, it has been alarming to me how many people are sharing stories of how they are spinning or stressed out at 2 o'clock in the morning and can't sleep. And they tell ChatGPT their story, and ChatGPT spits out strategies and things that they can do to help. And they're so excited. They go, "Oh, look, this was free and ChatGPT helped me." And they're pasting it onto this Facebook group that I manage. And everybody else is like, "Wow, that's cool. Let me try that." And of course, I thought, great, what's going to happen to me as a coach? They don't need me anymore.
Right.
I'm going to make the argument in this webinar today that, yeah, we're definitely still needed. And I want you to hear that loud and clear. So let's continue. So, my hope is that as we explore how the coaching landscape has changed, that we can see how we can shift and tap into our benefit, our advantage to continue serving these clients that we feel so called to serve. As I mentioned, AI has its benefits. I don't know about you, but I've used it here and there, not much, but here and there. Sometimes I wish that my computer would stop encouraging me to use AI. I've got a little bit of a complex now. When I write an email, they go, "Do you want me to clean that up for you?" And I'm like, "Is it that bad?" But AI is here to stay, and it can do everything fast, free, and 24/7. We are not as fast as AI. We are certainly not free, and we certainly don't function 24/7. But we do have something that AI does not have. Let's talk about it. Competing with AI, I believe, is an impossible task. I think it's more about being human. Being human provides something that AI absolutely cannot. Being human can provide empathy. Being human can provide experience. Being human can share our stories. Like I mentioned before, coaches have an experience, they have a story to tell. you're not a coach unless you've gone through something yourself that has led you into that. AI simply cannot provide that. Yes, clients can go to AI and they can get instantaneous information. They can get content. AI can even provide a plan for you. You want a schedule on how to get your house clean every week, or you want AI to help you get a budget put together. Yeah, sure. AI can give you that. It's a helpful tool, but it doesn't take the place of the human connection. The fear I think we have, and I mentioned it before because it was certainly my fear when Facebook groups started posting all of their, hey, look what ChatGPT told me. Isn't this amazing? My fear was, oh my gosh, I'm being replaced. I'm no longer relevant. What am I even doing? How can we possibly compete with something like this? My belief and my understanding, especially after the pandemic in 2020, is that people are not craving information. They're craving us. They're craving humanity. They're craving connection. So we can provide that, and AI absolutely cannot. So, like I mentioned before, we provide the empathy, we provide the accountability, we provide the presence. So, I'm going to give you a personal example, and maybe you've experienced this yourself. This is just a generic, not a coaching necessarily example. I joined a gym right before summer, early summer. You know how that goes. It's time for bathing season. You gotta get it trimmed up. And I did. In all honesty, I went to Chat GPT because I'm lazy and I said, hey, listen, just put a workout together for me. Here's the time that I can put into working out during the week. I need the best bang for my buck. I need to, get everything in while I'm there. What can I do? And it put this nifty little plan together so I could work all of my muscle groups and all of this based on the goals I had. And I went for about a month and I did it and it was okay. I mean, it was okay. But then the gym was having a special for 6 weeks. And for this 6 weeks, you pay a certain amount of money and you use their DEXA scan where, it looks at your body fat percentage and all that kind of stuff. It will measure it before and after. And you get a personal trainer once a week that gives you a customized workout plan. What I experienced with this human that met with me was that when she was with me, my workouts were so much better. She pushed me. She held me accountable. She helped me with my form. She encouraged me to do heavier weights because honestly, left to my own devices, I'm not lifting heavier things. No. So she pushed me and she encouraged me. She complimented me. She goes, "Wow, you're stronger than you think you are." And there was something about that personal connection that made the experience in the gym more effective because of that human connection I had with her. So if you've experienced something like that, I think you can relate. And that is a fact. That is a fact. So what we provide as coaches, as humans, that cannot be compared to an AI. AI cannot hold you accountable. AI cannot sit there and cheer you on when you're lifting weights. AI cannot sit there and go, let me help you with your form there. AI cannot do what we can do. Instead of how can we compete with AI, I'm wondering, how can we make ourselves stand out from AI? What gives us the advantage? And I think there are quite a number of things. I think people in general are drowning in information. We have our phones right next to us all the time. We're on social media all the time. We are inundated with information. I don't know that anybody is starving for more information. I think what they're starving for is a connection. So, as coaches, I think our practice has always been, oh, we have all these great strategies we can provide for you. We've got these tools. And that is true. I think we still need to offer these things. But what if we promoted ourselves in a different way? What if we promoted ourselves as the people of connection? The people who can provide that accountability, the people who can provide the empathy. We get your story. We know what you're going through. We've walked it. We've been in your shoes. We know exactly what, and not only do we know what you're going through, But here's how I went through it. Here's my personal story. Here is my reflection. Because honestly, human connection, it builds trust. You can't build trust with artificial intelligence. It creates a sense of belonging. I will tell you, the people, the women that I work with, when they hear part of my story, I can just see them exhale and their shoulders drop and they go, "It's so nice to hear I'm not alone. I'm not alone." I see it in the Facebook group when these women share their stories and I read the comments and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I thought I was the only one." That makes a huge difference. And if a person is trying to grow, and I'll use my gym example there, having that personal connection with someone else who is genuinely wanting to see you transform, see you grow, that is human connection. So authenticity is a nice word to sum all of that up. And I think that is our most powerful marketing edge, authenticity. But the catch here is that authenticity still needs structure. We can be as authentic as we want, but if you are running your own coaching business right now, I know you're going to feel the pain when I talk about all of the different platforms you have to manage, all the calendars you have to manage, the money side of things, the creating content side of things, maybe even the website, so many different elements that we have to manage on the back end, and the time and energy it takes away from our ability to provide that personal connection with our clients and potential clients. So, having a structure that pulls it all into one place, such as Delenta, really helps with that. I want to share a couple of personal stories about connection and transformation from my own coaching experience that hopefully will help you see how this can be helpful. And then I'm going to tie it into how this platform can be really genuinely helpful. So, I have several clients that have worked with me pretty much throughout my entire time being a coach, off and on. These particular individuals, still to this day, message me about things happening in their life. I'm not their coach anymore, but they trust me. And they found that not only was what I provided valuable for them, but it helped them grow. I held them accountable, so much so that now they want to tell me what's going on. Just yesterday, and this is a true story, and I just thought of this. I didn't have it in my notes, but just yesterday, the oldest client I had was 73 years old, and she was betrayed back in the 80s. And she just recently, when she started working with me a couple of years ago, she had all of the pain. She pretty much swept all the infidelity under the rug and just moved on with her life. She didn't heal, she didn't work with anybody on her grief, and it all came crashing down because the affair partner in her situation had passed away. So I helped her with her past grief, her past trauma, work through it. This woman was delightful. Her name's Mary. Mary messaged me yesterday and she had had a stroke. And she just wanted to reach out to me and tell me that she so much appreciated my help and that she had had a stroke and asked me to pray for her. Now, that is human connection.
Mhm.
Now, I know I serve a community of people. That's a very intimate topic. Some of you may be serving a community that it's more of a business oriented coaching experience, but you're still working with humans who have emotions, who have lives. AI can never, ever provide that, ever. So I want you to think about your own niche, your own setting. How can you have that kind of experience with your clients? How can you show them that it is important to work with you? It is important to have a human working with you. AI can never provide that level of coaching, that level of growth and experience that you can provide. So Delenta has a way to pull it all together. All right. Delenta has calendaring. I don't know if you're aware, but Delenta you can have three separate calendars from three different platforms attached to this calendar. So when someone schedules, it automatically blocks it off on those other calendars. Easy peasy. It's done on the back end. You don't have to worry about it. When someone is your client and you want to assign them a task, You do it right within their profile in the coaching. You don't have to email them separately. You don't have to keep up with separate emails. It's all right there. One of the best features, in my opinion, and I love this. You might not be a group coaching fan. I am a group coaching fan. And I will tell you, if you really want to tap human connection, group coaching is your best friend. Because when you get a group of people together who are like minded, who are going through the same struggle or whatever, their stories with one another will help each of them grow. Their connecting with one another makes a huge difference in how they grow. I have led a number of group coaching through Delenta, and it's so easy. You create a group package, and when people buy that package, they automatically get put in a group. That group, you can assign tasks to that group. You can share resources with that group. Everything's connected in that group. And the beauty of it, you have a chat. The people in the group can chat with each other. They can have a really wonderful relationship with each other. The last group session I did, I had a gal in there who had done another group session of mine, and she was very, very pregnant. And when she signed up, she was like, "Hey, listen, I don't know when I'm going to have this baby, but I just want you to know I'm really close." And I said, "Hey, don't worry about it. Just come join us." I record all the calls, and I actually put them in the resources in Delenta so people have access to it. And you can just follow up if you have the baby. Well, sure enough, right halfway through, she had her baby. People in the group were dropping into chat, "Hey, did she have her baby? Has she had her baby yet?" And when she had her baby, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, we're so excited for you." And this type of community is only built through human connection. And Delenta helps us have that ability to create the opportunity for that level of connection. So if you haven't thought about group coaching yet, I really want to encourage you to consider that. Not all platforms have the ability to do that. Delenta does. So automating the back end so you can focus on hard work. In other words, if you have a platform that can do all of those things that you are manually doing right now, can help you spend your time becoming that coach that is offering that authenticity that people are starving for. I'm a firm believer it's worth every penny to have a platform that can do those things. And I'm not just trying to do that to promote Delenta as much as I'm saying as a coach, the time I was spending managing multiple platforms when I could have been putting more focus on content that I could put out to help these people. Or, I have a YouTube channel. So, putting out videos for my clients, things like that. You know, I wanted to be helpful. I wanted to be that person who could walk alongside folks in this very traumatic period of their lives. But when I don't have time to do that because I'm managing everything else, it became difficult. So having a good platform that can help you focus your energy and your heart to being that authentic person is very, very important. All right. So authentic leadership, leaning into authentic coaching. Here's an invitation. If you're watching this, most likely you heard about it because we have a LinkedIn group and we have a Facebook group. We want to hear from you. I believe that your story, how you coach with authenticity, how you put yourself out there, how you build personal connection within your client base, within yourself and your clients, we want to hear how you're doing that. I believe we actually learn from each other as well. I love being in coaching communities, and here's your chance to tell us what you're doing that is working and that is effective. We want to hear from you. So share your story. We can't wait to hear all about it.
I mean, it really is all about connection and authenticity. And I really loved what you had to say about group coaching and how that can really facilitate that connection amongst people. I really think that's great insight. So as you can see, here at Delento, we really believe that the future of coaching is human and more human collaboration, and that's what we're working for. Now, having said that, of course, we are a tech company, and we also see the power in AI. So, one of the things that we're introducing, it's actually in beta testing right now, and should be out in early 2026, is an AI note taker. And this is going to be within the platform, and it's going to get added. If you so choose to use it, it's going to get added to your sessions, and it will take notes and transcribe those coaching sessions for you, and even summarize the action plans that you and your client came up with during that coaching session. And the power of that is, it's number one, it's going to take all of that work of notes and everything else and take that off your plate and automate it. But it's also really going to give you some great data insights into your coaching. So, that's our future right now with AI. And of course, that's going to grow as AI grows. But for right now, that's what's in our roadmap. And Monica, you can take
All
it from
right.
here, I guess.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate that. All right. So, in addition to creating community with you, we want to know how we can best support you. I want to say, in my opinion, one of the best features of Delenta is their customer support. I
Mhm.
don't know that I've ever used a digital platform that had the level of support and personal support. I know the support people by name because they're so amazing. They're quick to get to me. They're quick to, and when I had recommendations, like I said, I've been a user, they've been around since 2019. I started using them in late 2020. I have made recommendations and said, gosh, it would be great if, and next thing I know, they're rolling out an update and there it is. They're so responsive. And I joined their team really because I said, I want to be as helpful as you guys are to everybody else. So, how can we continue to support you? So if you have questions about Delenta features, if you're curious about this platform and you want to try it out, we happily give you a free demo. Not only that, but we offer a free 7-day trial. So let us know if you would like to have that. Okay. Go to the Delenta website and all you have to do is click demo button and you can sign up for a free demo. Or if you just want to get the trial, just get the trial. It's 7 days for free. We don't even take any of your credit card information or anything like that. We just want you to try it out because we believe in this product. Let us know what you want to know about Delenta. Likewise, these webinars, every now and then we'll put out a webinar and it'll be on a specific topic. This one happened to be AI, but a specific coaching topic. We have experts that come on and talk about specific things that can be helpful to you because we genuinely want to help you succeed. We have a Delenta community, as I mentioned. So we have a LinkedIn community, we have a Facebook community. We hope you'll join. We post and we have great conversations there about all kinds of coaching topics, again, in an effort to support you on your coaching journey. If there are any other ways that we can be supportive here at Delenta, please let us know. Our LinkedIn group, put something in the chat. We are constantly monitoring that, as well as Facebook. We want to respond to your questions and help you as best we can. All right. We are more than a coaching platform. We are part of a global community. We are so excited that you are part of our community. Let us know how we can best support you. And we thank you so much for your time. Eric, thank you so much for being with me today.
It was a pleasure, Monica. Thank you as well.